Oh man, Diddy, bro. Diddy versus Cassie.
Is
what
it
you
still
got?
is it still a conversation though?
Oh yeah.
You asked that because it's settled?
Because it's settled. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe so. Why do you think not?
I'm not saying that it's not. I'm not
Okay.
saying that it's not. I was just wondering if y'all thought that.
Diddy hope it's not.
You know,
He hope it's not still a conversation. I would assume from settling so quick.
Yeah.
What,
so
to y'all, what does that say to y'all when it's settled like that fast?
That he has the money and he had enough to give it to her for her to let it go.
I saw a meme that said this proved that R. Kelly didn't have enough money. That he was broke. They said R. Kelly was broke.
I don't think so. I think with R. Kelly it was a different situation. I don't think those women were just in that for money. I think they really wanted him to go to jail.
So
Yeah,
you do
and it
think
was
it's
more
from-
so. It was the government that R. Kelly was going against.
Huh?
It was the government that
Well,
R.
that
Kelly
too,
was going
yeah.
against. It wasn't.
That too. Yeah.
But even if the
civil.
women had sued him, I don't think it would have just been about like, oh, I just want some bread.
Yeah.
because they already got all the. Well, I don't think they got the bread. No, there was some circumstances, situation I believe in R. Kelly where they were paid and got money. Same thing with Bill Cosby. I think they were paid and got money as well. But eventually these things came back and they wanted more than that.
R. Kelly had civil suits that he had to pay, but it was just the government that.
But there were just so many women
Right.
that I don't think it was a matter of, oh, you can just pay off a couple of them and it goes away.
When he,
Yeah,
I do. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I do think it somewhat taints it a little bit for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I wish you would have held on a little stronger without, trying
about
to
Cassie?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because it was really starting to bubble up. Like, it was really, I saw a lot of other people starting to come out and say things. I'm just like,
Did you see people saying things? So I saw a mixture of both. I saw people feeling free and comfortable saying things now
That's what I'm
versus in the
saying.
past. And then I saw things that were said started to bubble up too. Exhibit had his wild story.
50 been going at him.
50,
50 been going at
was,
him.
yeah, 50, yeah, of course. And it's almost like 50 damn near was untouchable because, it felt like a lot of these other people that.
You mean Diddy?
Diddy was untouchable.
50 to be able to say the things that he was saying about Diddy.
That's what you're saying.
Publicly?
a lot of people didn't say
That's
that
what
about
you're
Puff publicly, but it was just like they hinted towards
Gotcha.
it. 50 was
Yeah.
very direct.
Yeah. Except Exhibit's story was kind of crazy, even though he didn't. He just told his version of the story of what he saw, which was these freaky deek parties. I think is how he described it. But 50 was like, nah, that bruh offered to pay me to go shopping. Pay
was
for my
To
shopping.
put context, I'm sorry, Spike. Go ahead.
I was just going to say it was a story about the parties where it was Desi Banks and Kevin Hart and one more person, Waka Flocka. And it was like, don't go to those take that parties. He was asking them for advice on the industry because Desi he wasn't as big as he is now. He was asking.
I was about to say, so he got invited to that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And, somebody said in the room, like, don't go to the take that parties. And then Kevin Hart busted out laughing, Walker busted out laughing. And whoever said it, they face was stone serious. Like, no, said dead ass serious. So
What are you about to say, Mike?
Oh, I was gonna put context into why she probably didn't want to hold on for it that long. So what I'm reading, all of this is is tied to that Adult Survivors Act, but that expires on the 24th.
That's right.
So I think that's why it wasn't about like, oh, I'm gonna hold on to this longer. I don't know. Once you file the claim or whatever, and then this suit ends, I don't know how that affects the claim. I'm not a lawyer, obviously.
Right.
So that might be why she was just like, all right, yeah, let's just take it what I got right now and then just it's done. Because if she went past the 25th, I don't know if that hurts the claim or if, I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
but I
don't
think
know
that
enough
might be
about
why
it.
she
I
went
saw
so
that,
quick.
but I didn't read enough into it to know how that would have affected the case or whatever.
Yeah, so a few of the things that Mr. Combs was accused of, and according to the lawsuit, raped Miss Ventura, is her last name, in her home after she tried to leave him, often punched, beat, kicked, and stomped Miss Ventura, resulting in bruises, burst lips, black eyes, bleeding, forced her into engaging in sex acts with male workers while masturbating and filming the encounters.
Male sex workers, to be clear.
Yeah,
Like,
male sex workers.
prostitutes.
not the staff.
not the staff, right?
Yeah. Ran out of his apartment with a firearm in pursuit of a rival industry executive who he learned was nearby, demanded that she carried a firearm, introduced her to a lifestyle of excessive alcohol and substance abuse. And this is the one I want to ask you guys about because I, for whatever reason, do not remember this. Blew up a man's car, Kid Cudi is what they're saying, after he learned that he was romantically interested in Miss Ventura. Do you guys remember that?
People were talking about that on Twitter in like 2000 when it happened.
Yeah.
And they were
do
putting
not
up the
remember
old
that,
tweets.
bro.
Yeah, people were
He
tweeting
just didn't
about
say
it that
anything.
night. Right.
Cudi just kept it to himself until recently.
They almost got in a fight in the club.
How did I miss this?
I don't remember.
How does this
Well,
not
you
ever
probably
really?
weren't really fucking with Cudi like that maybe in 2012.
But a story of his car blowing up, I
It didn't
felt
blow
like,
up. That's what
It blew up in his driveway.
I meant. The story itself didn't blow up. It was a bad choice of words.
You did that on purpose.
I promise to God I didn't. I promise on my life.
I thought you were talking about the car too.
No,
but I got you.
No,
Okay.
sorry. The story itself, from what I remember, correct me
did
if I'm
blow
wrong,
up. It
Spike.
didn't.
The story didn't get really.
It was
really,
like a
really
Twitter
big.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like a
okay.
Twitter.
Okay.
I think this happened. Sort of like the Drake and was it J. Cole or Drake?
What are you talking about? What are you
Diddy
referring
smacked
to?
him. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that
Drake?
definitely wasn't J. Cole.
Well, that he smacked him because of J. Cole. J. Cole tried to stop him, and J. Cole got in an argument about it.
But I'm saying, I don't think Diddy would have slapped J. Cole.
No,
You know-
Diddy smacked Drake because Drake took the 0
The
to
beat.
100 beat.
And told him
When
to do something
J.
about
Cole
it.
was there. J. Cole was trying to.
He tried to break it up.
Right, that's
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. That I can see. Not trying to say Drake is a punk. I could see Diddy slapping Drake. I don't know if I could see
When
Diddy
did this
slapping
happen?
J. Cole.
I could see
This
Diddy.
years
I
ago.
remember this story.
This is years ago.
Yeah, I could see Diddy trying to slap anybody.
I was gonna
I
say,
do too.
Yeah.
This is no shot to J. Cole. I think Diddy is like that far out there. He's like,
Diddy's on
100%.
some other shit. Diddy's
Outside of
damn
Suge
near
Knight,
like a true gangster.
he'll slap anybody.
even that was the most
I don't
one of the
think he
most
would slap
surprising
Jay.
things for me with the Suge Knight to say he went to him with a gun.
or Dre.
I don't think he'll slap anybody that has like
His
kinda
level.
His level.
Yeah, so
status.
Jay-Z,
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, I don't think he'll mess with those guys, and I think he's deathly afraid of Suge Knight. But anybody else,
Do you
he's smacking
guys
the fuck
do you
out of
guys think that because they have money and assets to do something about it outside of like the courts and
You're
stuff?
saying
Meaning,
from a respect standpoint.
Yeah, from a peer standpoint. Like I think he sees them as peers. I don't think he would disrespect them in that way.
Right.
But everybody else, I think he thinks that they're just peons to him, like including Drake.
Has anybody ever beat his ass?
Nah.
Did he?
Cause yeah,
I don't think so.
Nah.
he's been in a
That's
lot of
interesting.
shit, but I don't think we have ever heard of him getting beat up.
I think Diddy has just way too much money, bro. Like I think if you beat Diddy ass, you gonna come up missing.
No, what I'm just looking at it from a standpoint of if you're out here slapping people like this, how has nobody like hit you back?
That's what I'm saying. I think he just has too much money, man.
No,
I think some people just have that type of power. Like you just not gonna smack Diddy and think you're gonna get away with it.
And I think he hasn't hit the right person yet, right? Like
That makes way more sense than what y'all are saying.
I think he would get like in the war words with the game. He not smacking the game.
Oh,
he
okay.
not
Yeah,
smacking
yeah.
motherfucking
Thank you.
Styles.
I got you.
He-
Yes,
I
that
got you.
makes more sense.
Yeah,
I got you. I got you.
Okay, so let me
So
reiterate.
he picks who he slaps.
Yes, 100%.
That makes more sense.
I think there are people that he views as peers that he wouldn't just
Sure.
out of respect.
Right.
I think there are
Also-
motherfuckers that he makes business decisions on, like Suge Knight, The Game, motherfuckers like that. But everybody else, I think, is free game. Like Drake, he don't
Like
respect
I don't
Drake.
think Diddy would slap a lot of people. I mean, I understand what y'all are saying. He ain't slapping Raekwon. He's not. I don't think he's gonna slap just anybody.
And I think with some of these people, like he would allegedly just go get somebody
Sure.
to
Yeah,
take
that-
care of
take
that.
care
Like
of it.
I can't beat up Game or would even try to do that,
Yeah.
but I can go make sure something happens.
But can he one-on-one beat up Drake?
Maybe
I don't
he probably
know.
feel like
He
he
probably
can.
knows that Drake
He
ain't
probably
gonna
can. He
retaliate.
probably feels like he can. Though.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, like when you mention somebody like Raekwon, I don't see him and Raekwon being in the same rooms.
This is just a scenario.
I know you just
if
throwing it out there.
something happened and they were in the same room,
Yeah.
Diddy is not slapping Raekwon.
What about
I don't
I
care
don't
what
disagree.
nobody in this room says.
Yeah,
I don't
agree
think
with that.
anybody on this planet would slap Raekwon.
What about Button?
Buddy, who's
Joe
Buddy?
Budden.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's gonna slap Joe
slapping
Budden.
the fuck
What
out
you
of him.
mean?
I believe Joe would
Gary
fight him.
Coleman would slap
Yeah,
Joe
Joe-
Budden.
I think Joe throwed up enough, throwed off enough. Excuse me. Well, he gonna fight him though. Like it's probably one of the few scenarios. He's not just gonna take the smack.
Yeah, I don't think Joe Budden is a punk. I don't think Joe Budden can probably fight, but I definitely think Diddy would look at Joe Budden and be like, I can slap you.
Yeah, of
Absolutely. because
Yeah.
Joe Budden is not known for being a fighter, and he's been popped on tape.
Multiple
I know, that's why
I'm not clowning because I wouldn't hit Raekwon back if he hit me or one of his goons. I'm just gonna take that slap.
You remember that when that shit happened,
Yeah, I
bro?
remember
That shit was crazy.
I felt so bad for him.
I think I did too at the time. I can't remember, but that was a wild ass story because I don't think we've ever really seen shit like that. We've always heard shit.
That was before. Yeah, that was
But
one of the first
man,
times.
we was
we
like,
had to
yo, this shit really happened.
Because everybody was like, "Oh no, man, fuck that!" Like, you're not doing anything. It's Raekwon and like 7 of his goons. You're not doing shit. Take the slap and live to see another day. Don't be stupid. You can't win this.
So
Throw something and run. That's what I might do.
Get out of here.
I wonder what they would do if that happened.
Like, what, did he throw something? Is this a cup of ice? Why would you do that?
Shit, that's
I live to tell a story with no marks on my face. I tell you that.
Was this a payday for her?
Yes.
Of course.
What
Was it 31 million?
Well, she wanted that. He wouldn't give it to her.
So what did she settle for?
They didn't say.
So according to this article on Deadline, he offered her so this is what is being said. He offered her 8 figures to silence her and prevent the filing of the lawsuit, but she said no and decided to give voice to all women who suffer in silence and that she should be applauded for her bravery. Of course, it was settled. Do we know the amount? Did they say?
They
Was it
didn't.
30?
That's what we
just
They did not say? Okay. So
She wanted 30. That's what got
she
it
wanted
to this
30.
point.
So you think she got more than that?
I think she got less.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
she
she
got
probably
less.
didn't care because if I
story
had
out.
to guess, this was more about her just. If we're taking her at face value, this was more about her telling her story.
Yeah, she said that she couldn't look at her kids any longer and hold this in pertaining to she's a completely new person now and she didn't want to be a victim of not coming out and saying anything. So that's what she said.
And I would like to believe that she's a little bit more protected now.
Yeah, she got a
because
husband
of
now.
this.
She's married and
Well, even
Oh, you
from
mean-
retaliation
okay,
from
gotcha.
like Diddy, who's alleged to have done all of these different things. So because now this has been such a public thing that if anything happened to her, it's like,
suspect
oh, wait a
Yeah.
minute, what
Yeah.
did you do to,
Yep.
to cause this? So I think go ahead, people.
I was gonna say, so going in that same line of thought, do you think that this opens up Diddy for people to start really investigating and questioning the Kim Porter situation?
Remind me what happened with Kim Porter.
So his ex-wife, she was a model. Kim was huge at one point in time. She just kind of died. I don't remember the causes of death, but I remember that it was relatively abrupt and unexpected. And people that are around Diddy have said that people need to look into it because they don't think Diddy is clean.
Who came out very recently saying this all over again? There was some rapper.
I don't remember.
Jaguar
I don't
Wright?
remember.
Was that Jaguar Wright?
Jaguar Wright definitely did, but there was a rapper that was tied to them that said something back in the day and then said something again. I'll see if I can find it. But go ahead, Rob.
But yeah, but do you think that opens up, Diddy now to be questioned or investigated
I think
even more?
I think
she
that-
died from a lobar pneumonia, which is a bacterial infection often triggered by the flu or a virus.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty.
Yeah, I'd never
I
heard the
never
conspiracy about it.
heard like him having anything to do with that.
I did.
You did?
Really?
Absolutely. But
Is it just 'cause
also
it's
the
Puff,
internet?
though?
It's also the internet.
it,
So you never-
it can be conspiracy.
He seemed really broken up by
Sinister.
that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I thought you were going to.
Oh, no,
You
no,
seem
no.
sinister.
No. When that happened, that seemed to really affect him for a while. When that
It
happened,
did. It seemed like it.
Yeah, it seemed like it did when it happened.
I think this kind of started with Puff and the perception that people have of him is that Mark Curry book. Have y'all Dancing with the Devil? It's a guy named Mark Curry used to work with Puff, and he makes all kind of wild allegations in the
Oh,
book.
not Mr. Cooper.
No, not
Okay.
that
Nah,
Mark
yeah,
Curry.
I
He was
used
a
to get him
producer.
confused, too.
Yeah, he was a producer. But it's some wild stuff, and I'm gonna look it up. Some highlights while y'all talk. But the book is called Dancing with the Devil.
I think FIFO, yes. I think the answer would be yes, and I think that. So I'm willing. I'm taking Cassie at. I'm taking her at her word. And I think that the settlement was Diddy trying to just get this shit over with. Because once this thing broke, like it was everywhere. I was like, Diddy, it's a wrap. And then all of these, like Twitter, damn near 2 days, all these stories and allegations and stuff like that starting to hit the internet. And it was really, really a bad look for him. And I think he just wanted to end this as quickly as possible before this got to like court, where even though some of that stuff could be sealed, who knows what could get out about all of the things that could be perceived as fact. So, but what I do think, FIFO, this does, though, is it definitely exposes him to like charges from the government, like possible RICO charges and shit like that. Like that could potentially happen with, you know, because that's what they took R. Kelly down on. So who knows how far they decide to look into this. And if they care, or Diddy may just have enough money to, like one of you guys said earlier, just dead all this stuff right now, even on the political side.
So some things I think you do have enough fuck you money to say fuck you and get shit off of you. But I think when it comes, because one of the things, allegations that have been coming up is the child trafficking. Yep. That right there, it don't matter. It don't matter the amount of money you got, bro. If they have you tied.
Details on that. Did you?
Nope.
Okay.
No, so I just know that's why I said allegation. I chose my words carefully.
No, I know, but I couldn't even find any details of the allegation itself. It just said child trafficking. Mm-hmm. So how was that tied to her? I couldn't find anything.
I think she just, maybe it was something that she witnessed. You know what I'm saying? And her time with him. So she put that out there. And then, you know, I don't know if the dude Mark Curry has.
It was more like the stuff that Cassie was talking about. I didn't see the footnotes, but I think the child. How was Cassie when she was what?
She was young,
like 19.
But she wasn't a child.
Yeah, she wasn't a child.
Because I thought that too.
I didn't see the child trafficking,
like
but I thought it was just
Yeah.
general trafficking, where like because
maybe it said human trafficking.
Yeah, it's human trafficking. I don't think it was
child
trafficking.
trafficking.
And that comes into play because they were performing in different places. So if he's in Miami, because now you in federal territory, and
and who knows what that deal really was with those other sex workers?
Exactly.
I know the things I read said that he was paying sex workers to have sex with her, but who knows if that's really what the story was? Maybe they were paying him to have sex with her. You see what I'm saying?
And
so
then
maybe all
that's
of that
how it
falls
becomes
under
trafficking
human
because now
trafficking,
she
because it was
can't
against
get
her
away.
will.
Yeah.
And, you know, he forced her to do these.
And then the
sexual
car
acts.
blowing up, that's a thing that they may look into. So there's a lot. There are things that, you know, if they wanted to open a case, you know, they have a pathway.
Why are people, man, picking on Cuddy, bro? Like,
Do
of
you
all
think,
people.
since we're going down the conspiracy road, wouldn't it be more for the government if they really wanted to get him, that guy that just got arrested for Tupac's murder and he points the finger at Puff? Wouldn't it be easier for them to prosecute him
about
for
that
it?
connection to
Because he's already said that in the other stories where they were like, we were all in a hotel room and this deal was made where he offered this gang leader $1 million to kill.
But do they have the proof?
Yeah.
And they just locked the dude up for it.
Well,
He's the
locked him
last
up for-
person
He
that was
admitted
around.
what he did, but did they have proof on Puffy?
Exactly.
If he says Puffy hired me.
But they have to have proof.
Yeah.
They have to prove that. Oop.
Rude.
Yeah, they got to be able to prove that.
Yeah, especially for murder.
Right.
Or conspiracy to murder, whatever you want to call it.
Oops. But yeah, man, like this was I did not expect to see this like
What part?
but this whole thing
The
with Diddy,
lawsuit?
bro.
Oh,
But is it surprising to you?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because I've
that's what
I've
I'm
heard the stories. You know, this stuff about Diddy started to get out a lot more lately.
Yeah, where there's smoke, there's fire. Especially when you're talking about super powerful people like Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like they are in these.
you're dangerously on the edge of that on the stage. It's
You
like
are.
hanging off.
You are, bro.
Okay, appreciate it.
That would have made us go viral.
And we seen it too a little bit on the Making the Band. Like
She came out and said some shit
that
too.
was
Yeah.
like, man, people
Who-
walked to Brooklyn from
One of the
Manhattan.
chicks from
Like that's
Danny
some-
came.
But what did, I thought, never mind. I thought you about
What?
something else.
No.
Danny, I saw that.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a lot that happened. Everybody that's listening, we definitely not gonna touch every single story or touch point or allegation or whatever that happened. But yeah, I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there because
But bringing up the Danity Kane
Yeah.
thing, I actually did think that was interesting. I don't know if did you watch her little
Just
piece?
some. I just saw like headlines of it.
Yeah, I
didn't-
just read
I
it.
didn't care to watch it.
But I didn't watch
What
it.
she say happened?
She says, well, I don't think she really commented. And I don't remember her name. Forgive me. I don't listen to Danity Kane.
I'll look it up.
It was the white
white
girl.
girl. Yeah.
I thought they all.
Nah, they
Are
not.
they?
Nah,
I'm
they,
joking.
okay.
Is she white? I thought she was. It's not the Hispanic girl.
No.
Well, she
It's
might
the
be
white
white.
She
girl.
looked
Hispanic,
Hispanic.
No.
Either way, she's white.
She was the white girl.
She looks very
girl.
white.
All right.
She said that Puffy offered to give her her publishing rights back, but only if she signs an NDA
yeah.
saying nothing bad about Puffy, his mom, and there were some other people, but I don't remember.
Aubrey O'Day.
Yes,
That's her
Aubrey
name.
O'Day.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember her
Yeah,
because she
bet
was
you
just like
do.
the lead singer, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, I remember her
Yeah, I remember the day.
all day."
Nah, she was like the lead chick in the group.
Was that stipulation for the other people who received their publishing back from him?
From what I
they said?
saw, and again, I didn't dig into this because I didn't care that much, but from what I saw, she was saying that she told the other girls not to sign it.
I wondered, did the people who did get their publishing back recently from him, did they have to sign an NDA?
I
saying that?
bet they
'Cause
did.
They haven't said anything about him. And when's the last time you heard Mace say something about Puff, or Styles P, or Jadakiss? Because he gave them their publishing back a while ago. Remember, they were on this crusade about
Yeah,
Puff.
no. They
And you haven't heard them say a peep about him since
Well, not since then, because at this point, like, what the fuck for? Like, I got my shit
Yeah,
back.
it's the
You know-
war's over.
Yeah, like so there's no reason to open up that can of paint anymore, you know. But at the end of the day,
Aren't NDAs like common in that world though?
Yeah, but to put it like you can't say
put the
anything
stipulation.
bad about me or my mother, that's a bit different. Like an NDA would be like you can't give any secrets or whatever.
yeah, intellectual property stuff like that.
But
like
to say
these
you can't-
ideas,
yeah,
trade,
yeah. But to put it out and say you can't say anything negative about me or my mother or my company, that's kind of weird.
For me, that's not enough. I guess.
What's
like
not
personally, just like having somebody sign an NDA with certain stipulations on it.
But that particular stipulation, you can't say anything bad about
Bad
me.
about me? I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Why?
Because so I can't say that you were abusive. I can't say that you cursed me out. I can't say anything.
If I'm trying to uphold
in
a
order
certain-
to get my fucking publishing back.
Okay.
That's some predatory, manipulative, just nasty shit. It's my publishing. And you're making me I can't say anything bad about you. That's kind of crazy.
I don't know. I feel like I'm in the middle of you two because it does seem crazy, but I also, you know, there are other celebrities that make people sign NDAs for all different types of reasons.
Just to uphold their image, just in general.
100%.
Yeah.
But I feel like those type of NDAs are preemptive. Hey, you know what?
Right.
We're gonna
Oh, I
go
got
into
you.
business.
That- I like-
hey,
yeah,
look,
that's a
you
good
know,
point.
That's why I said it was manipulative.
Exactly.
Rob don't listen to me.
that's why I said I was in the middle. That's why I said I was in the
I
middle.
appreciate you. I know sometimes I don't explain things properly, and it takes FIFO to translate. So thank you.
But sometimes you can too. It's just I guess sometimes we can seem completely on the opposite end, but
Yeah.
but not really.
I just think you can read my mind sometimes because you be doing it every once in a while. But go ahead.
But yeah, but like what you were saying, it's like we've already done business. Now I'm holding something
Exactly.
against you. Now I'm making you
yeah.
sign
That's a
this
little
to
different,
get
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like it is extremely manipulative. But let's just say that you signed an NDA, and I'm pretty sure that the majority of people that did the making the band had to sign some type of NDA.
Sure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's okay because it's like, hey, you know what? Shit is gonna happen
you're
that we
going
don't
into
want
this deal that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't want certain things to come out. So, you know, if you want to participate, I need you to sign
So it's
this.
like an NDA on top of the NDA.
I think it's standard
Right.
though,
It's
like
crazy.
what Rob
Right.
was saying. If he's trying to protect an image or he wants this certain thing put out there about him, because I would assume that drivers and maids and people that work around the house would
Of
sign
course.
a similar NDA. Like,
But
well,
again,
you can't say
preemptively.
anything bad
Exactly.
about me.
But it's preemptively. Like, let's say one of those maids or drivers wants to go to another job, and it's like, you know what? I'm not gonna let you go until you sign
Exactly,
this.
right.
What do you mean, bro?
It's like you've trapped them at this
Exactly.
point. Like I would imagine she probably signed an NDA already.
Yeah.
And this is probably a new one on top of the one she
that.
already
That's what-
signed.
exactly.
And he's being like, well, you can't have your art that you created. You can't have that unless you agree to not say anything bad. So what that tells me is he knows
There's bad
she
shit
has
to be
dirt.
said, yeah.
Big
He
time.
knows she has dirt, and she's probably been holding it
Yep.
to let it out at a certain point, and she hasn't done it yet. So that's what I meant that by it's manipulative. It's like, yeah, don't say anything bad about me, otherwise you can't have what you already made back.
Do you? I hate we talking.
I think I had the same question that you do.
Well, go ahead, maybe. But like, go ahead. Though.
Because is it that okay? Since you put it in the sense of the art and you wanting what you created, is it that important to you to use that bad information against him? Like, wouldn't you just sign the NDA and be like, yeah, give me my shit? I'm done with that phase of my life. I'm not going to say, I don't care about saying anything or doing interviews. Just give me what I create.
It might not be worth it to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might not be worth it to her to not expose him for the person that he is. Just, it's a Danny. I don't know much about Danny Kane, so I'm speaking incredibly ignorantly. I don't know how big they were.
When they like the
They're
band,
huge.
They
were huge.
They did
at
that
the
like
time.
the band, right?
Yeah.
Then they,
So there were 3 of them. It was Making the Band, then it was Danny Kane, then it was Day 26. So it was 3 seasons of the MTV Making the Band, and he made 3 different groups.
Right.
When it comes to Aubrey O'Day,
she had a solo after Danny Kane, right?
She did.
So yeah,
She did.
Right.
She is the one out of everybody that Diddy probably has worked with that is going to stand on the principle and be like, no, I want to expose you.
Right.
Which is the reason why I don't know what it is, but
White
you
privilege.
could just tell.
or she's the only one that was able to
letting
survive.
this nigga get away
'Cause
with
if
this.
she made a solo career and she was the only one, then maybe
can't get
that's
away
what it
with
is.
this.
Well, not necessarily. What was the tall black girl that was in?
because she started doing like movies and shit.
Yeah,
out
she
there.
transitioned,
Yeah.
and then the other one that he made Diddy Dirty Money Group out of. I can't remember her name. She was dating one of the Day 26 members.
Yeah.
But those are the only 3 that kind of
broke off,
and
And then
did
the one
other
became a
things.
battle rapper. I can't remember her name.
Oh, yeah,
though.
she's
the
from the
really
Babs.
skinny one.
Babs.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was the first Making the Band.
Right.
Yeah.
Are any of them still in the industry?
Huh?
Are any of those guys still in
Ness
the
is still around.
Really?
Ness made a great name for himself in battle rap. Absolutely.
Ness, Frederick.
I don't know
Dylon.
anything about the other
Fred
guys.
was the Florida nigga, right?
Dylon's just a meme at this
Frederick
point.
was a dude from Miami. He was from down here.
Yeah.
I don't remember him. I don't remember anything happening with him.
He
was
fought.
no.
They got in a fight. He got kicked off pretty early.
Yep.
I kill you. I kill you. Was that guy? Yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
one.
Now he was dope, but he got off real quick.
So she's the only one that kind of had a solo career after all of this that was actually prominent.
Solo,
right?
yes.
So maybe that's why she feels like she has the grounds to be like, well, I don't really need that shit.
But she was always the mouthy one. Like she was always
Damn, mouthy.
during their filming, like Diddy would say and do shit. Nah, like she was the stand your ground one.
That's probably that white privilege. She's like, this little nigga can't tell me what
Right.
to do. This little gremlin looking
That's
ass
how it
nigga.
came off on the show. Like, yeah, she seemed very like
Entitled.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her.
She was like, he's right. She was the only one that he couldn't really just move like that. Yeah. She's
The other ones
always
be
been
like,
that.
Okay. And she was like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Right.
And then the girls will look at her and then like
Unless
You know
she
what I'm saying?
got some dirt early on and he knew it.
It did make it seem like he had something going on with her. Like, why is she so comfortable, like, just saying whatever to him? You know what I'm saying?
I know we're being real shade room right now,
Yeah.
but you
People
know
love
that could absolutely be it. But either way, I have just from the little bits that I watched of her, I have a feeling she's not gonna back down.
No, she's not. She's not. She never has. Like that. Like that's one of the things that she's always been steadfast on. You know what I'm saying? Like if Diddy says something that she ain't like, she would let it be known. Like she never backed down.
So then this kind of
Wouldn't
hurts
the
that.
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say,
Spike.
wouldn't her perfect time to strike be now? Like if she wants to really, if she got information and he's going through this, whatever it may be, I would figure that right now would be the time that she would do it instead of still sitting on it. I just wonder what would make her sit on it so long.
That's a good question.
If she had something like,
Well, I know that they've had back and forths between Daddy Kane and Diddy because they were I think they had 2 albums, both of them went platinum.
Oh, wow.
And
Damn,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
and they didn't they barely saw any money.
so we talking about a lot of money from that album.
Exactly.
I thought they
so,
were like,
so I know Aubrey, she was like the lead person trying to sue and trying to get money, and because it's like, yo, like first of all, you made all of this TV money through MTV, then you made the money on the album,
sales.
then
The touring too. I think they toured too.
exactly,
Yeah.
and then this is the 360 time, so you made money off of our touring, our merchandise, and we're over here broke as hell.
Did she come from money?
I don't know.
I kind of wonder if that might be it as well. This is a question. I don't know for a fact, obviously. But if she came from money then she's not gonna sweat like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, I can't release this information because I might not get this royalty money. She might just be on this on principle.
Yeah.
Like on principle, you owe me this money. You know, a motherfucker owe you $10. You don't need that $10. But
I
on
want my
principle,
$10,
I
right.
see you and you're out here eating fucking Chick-fil-A. No, bitch, you owe me $10. What the fuck? But I also wonder if this kind of hurts the whole narrative of, well, he has money to just make you disappear, because why hasn't he done it to her? If she's the mouthy one and she's been talking the most shit, can he not get to her?
I don't know.
Did the band and Day 26 sell as well as the other album you just mentioned? It did.
They all went platinum.
I think
wonder
Day
really
26
all
had
three?
a jam on there.
Well, I don't know if the very first one did,
brilliant
but I know Danity Kane and Day 26 did.
Yeah, I don't remember the first ones having success.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
that's
don't-
the only show. That's the only one of those seasons I watched. Was that very first one?
The band.
the
band.
the
The
band.
rappers.
Because I did think the little skinny one that got kicked off, and I thought Ness. I thought both of them were really dope. So I was looking forward to actually hearing the album.
The album
and
came
I don't,
out, right?
I don't remember it being that great.
The
It was a
album
long
I don't
time
think was
ago.
really good, but I do remember it coming out.
It definitely came out. I remember the
Yeah.
cover.
Uh-huh.
They were. It
All
was
of
like
them
a
standing over it,
baseball
right? Yeah, uh-huh.
theme or something like that. If I'm
Yeah,
not.
they were. I think it was looking up and they were standing over the camera. If I don't,
Man, I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I
Either
never
way,
really
yeah, it
watched
definitely
that
came
show.
out.
I'm surprised nobody's done that idea again. Because like you just broke down the economics of it. He got the MTV money and the ads from that. He got the album marketed for free. Then I'm going to send y'all on tour. And I'm going to keep all the money and I'm going to pay y'all minimum. I wonder how nobody's done
That's
it again.
bad. That's bad. It's a bad look at this point. Because
Yeah,
like
nowadays,
that,
yeah.
that kind of thing, yeah, nowadays,
do
because
that.
everybody is talking about that.
True.
About labels fucking over artists,
Yep.
A&Rs fucking over artists. If someone did that today,
Yeah,
they'd be in
and,
trouble.
and I think the thing is, right, with music is more and more artists don't need labels.
That
you know what I'm
too,
saying?
yeah.
To get the notoriety.
Yeah, that was a different opportunity than
That was
it
a
is
different
today.
opportunity back then. Like social media wasn't a thing. YouTube was barely a thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
no,
saying? So there was no real level of self promotion. Like everything was held behind gatekeepers.
Yep.
And Diddy was one of the biggest gatekeepers in hip hop and R&B. Because just think about like even before the Making the Bands, the R&B groups that he had. You know what I'm saying? Total 112. So Faith Evans. So
Carl Thomas.
Carl Thomas. So he had. You don't remember Carl Thomas?
The emotional
Oh,
album?
Charles,
You
yeah,
never heard that?
classic.
Heard the
Oh,
song.
yeah.
You
I
probably
probably
don't-
have. I don't remember his
Yeah,
name.
Carl
I
Thomas
wish
was
I
dope.
never met her at all. Yeah.
Wow. But either way, Diddy was a major gatekeeper. So to be on TV, to bust your chops, and then think about this too. It was something kind of sort of like American Idol.
Yeah.
That happened at the same time, just a different version of it, a more urbanized version of what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a perfect storm. Diddy capitalized on it and did what labels and shit do to this day now.
Yeah, they fucked the artists.
Yep.
Monetarily, I mean.
Well,
I'm gonna
in
go
Diddy's
ahead-
case,
Reddit, I'm gonna go ahead and save you from fact checking people. The second album flopped for Danity Kane.
Okay.
Day 26 never really got that big.
got you. So what did Day 26 do?
Damn.
It was okay. I'm just saying they gonna just
I got you.